All right, Shalom. All praises, glory, honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem Machakodash. Peace and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS to give us his truth and all his purity. And salutations to all your occupation this word throughout the four corners of the earth and sincerity and the truth. I'm the brother Yahweh. And yeah, this lesson, as you can see, is going into the censorship of the internet, which is biblical prophecy. It says in Amos 8 and 11, it's going to be a famine of the word because these world leaders, these elites, truly what they want to get rid of is the men of the Lord. That's their main purpose. They call us the prophets of doom. They know that we're the ones that, the Most High is using to dictate different events around the world. They know how powerful this word is, and they know that Israel's waking up, you know, through the internet, through the YouTube, since the apostles, and other camps too, they're doing their thing, waking Israel up, throughout the four corners of the earth. So this thing has become a thorn on their side. That's why this devil, what is it, David Rockefeller, I think, he said the worst thing they could have done in this century is giving free access to the internet, because it's freedom of information. You can just go in there and look up different stuff that they try to hide from the people, using their media. Their media is a veil that they cast over the minds of the people to blind them from the truth. But these independent media sites, have been coming out, these past years, over the past 2 decades or so. Different people have been bringing out different things, going into the New World Order, going into, their ultimate agenda, which is the Great Reset, and the total domination of the planet using the chip. So now, as you can see, the main focus of the World Economic Forum meeting this year is misinformation. So look, EU boss, independent media is more dangerous than Islamic terrorism. So it's going to come a point in time where the things that we speak is going to become more dangerous than terrorism. And what could be more dangerous than terrorism, in this day and age, you know, and light of Israel and Hamas and things of that nature, all Americans now are, on the edge of their seats, expecting a terror attack, with all these borders just open, where you got different Islamic, you know, uh, Islamic, individuals coming across the border from Iran and other countries that don't fuck with America, So pretty much they're gonna label us the worst of the worst, man. Not even terrorists, worse than terrorists, you know. So if you bring any information that goes against the current narrative, you're pretty much gonna get destroyed. They're gonna try to destroy you, but Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, is gonna preserve his elect. You know, it's gonna be certain martyrs, but for the most part, brothers gonna be preserved, and that's how Yahweh Bashim Al Shah is gonna get his glory through his men. When they think that they have total power over you, you know, to do with you as they please. Like Pharaoh thought he had power, over the Israelites. You know, like the king of Babylon thought he had power over Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. You see, so this is why we got to expect, a miracle from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because these devils are gonna come down with great wrath. So it says European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has told World Economic Forum attendees that independent media poses a greater threat to humanity than Islamic terrorism. Speaking at the World Economic Forum's annual confab in Davos, Switzerland on Tuesday, von der Leyen declared that so-called disinformation was the biggest problem given 2024 is the biggest electoral year in history with numerous elections set to take place around the world. Yeah, so this year, being the election year over here and a lot of other Western nations, hey man, it's gonna cause a lot of tensions. They're expecting America to have a civil war this year. That's why you got the movie Civil War coming out. They said if Trump doesn't get elected, that the right wing they're gonna rise up against the government, man. And this is what the elites want. They want order out of chaos. They cause the chaos so that they can bring the order. It says for the global business community, the top concern for the next 2 years is not conflict or climate, Berlin declared. It is disinformation and misinformation, followed closely by polarization within our societies. Now here's the video.
Dear Klaus, let me go back to the number one concern of the Global Risk Report: disinformation and misinformation. Tackling this has been our focus since the very beginning of my mandate.
I don't know if y'all can hear it.
With our Digital Services
I'm
Act,
wearing my headphones.
we defined the responsibilities of large internet platforms on the content they promote and propagate.
So they want to dictate the content of internet platforms on their content. You see? So they're gonna do the same with YouTube, and YouTube has been doing that ever since the pandemic, labeling things medical misinformation that have nothing to do with medical misinformation. You know, factual things you bring out is labeled misinformation because they want to control the narrative, and this is why Jordan Peterson, um, he just got sentenced to be re-educated in order for him to keep his job. You know, in Canada, re-education camps. That's what they're gonna resort to. You know, if they whatever you believe that goes against the system that they're bringing, they're gonna have to purge that out of you. You know, this is what these devils are pushing for. It says von der Leyen then called for collaboration between governments and corporations to fight against industrial scale disinformation that imperils the establishment's official narratives. Many of the solutions lie not only in countries working together, but crucially on businesses and governments, businesses and democracies working together, she said. So there you go. Just like during the pandemic, it was a lockstep process. The orders came down from the government and then the businesses, and then so on and so forth. It trickled down in different layers of society, where you couldn't go to restaurants in different, areas without getting V'd up, without having your mask on, you know? So it's going to be the same thing, with this situation. Certain things that you speak, is gonna cause you to get, ostracized. You're not gonna be able to access, society. You know, it's like in China they have the social credit score, where if your score is low, you can't get on public transportation. You can't go to different areas. You have to work your way back up by doing chores for free, picking up trash and things of that nature, community service. You know, so that's what these devils want to resort to, man. A social credit system, where if you don't comply with what the powers that be say, you get ostracized. It says many of the solutions lie not only in the countries. Oh, I already read that. It says while governments hold many of the levers to deal with the great challenges of our time, business have the innovation, the technology, the talents to deliver the solutions we need to fight threats like climate change and industrial scale disinformation. So there you go. If you're not going with the current narrative, climate change, which is HOAX, you know, total HOAX, because they want to use that agenda to promote depopulation, you know? So saying businesses have the technology, so different platforms, YouTube, Google, you know, different websites are going to get taken down. They already have the AI, you know? So it says there will always be those who try to exploit our openness, both from inside and out. There will always be attempts to put us off track. For example, with disinformation and misinformation, she added. So there you go, man. So they're gonna come after us, labeling us worse than terrorists, man. Because we believe something, you know, totally different from those Muslims, man. They believe in well, blowing themselves up and taking violence. But what we push is that we're not gonna commit any violence. We're gonna let the Lord rise up for us. You know how the Most High is gonna be the Most High and the Son gonna be the ones to take this devil down, man. You know, so that's a different type of power we talking about, man. You know, we telling them that the UFOs that they fear is on our side. You know, we promoting spiritual power. We promoting that all nations are going to captivity. We promoting that America is gonna be totally annihilated, man. So that has more weight than what a Islam um you know jihadists or whatever you want to call them extremists believe, man. You know, our belief is considered extremism, man. You know, but it's the truth for the scriptures, man. It's prophecy, and they don't want to hear that, man. So they're gonna demonize us. This is Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh shall power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh Shah. So a famine of hearing the words of Yahweh Shah. You see? So it's gonna be it's not gonna be accessible, you know? It's not gonna be available for you to just go on YouTube and just look up different channels, you know? And even alternative media sites like BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey, they're gonna take those off too. You know, not only YouTube channels and all that, they're gonna take down whole websites, man. You see? So all that freedom of speech shit is gonna go out the window. So it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. And that's gonna be our people. You know, 2/3 of our people that don't take heed unto this word. You know, that made light of it when it was available. When the time comes, that's when they're gonna want to seek the Most High, but it's gonna be too late. That's why the scriptures say, Proverbs 1:22, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. So the Most High is making his words known through the prophets. The prophets are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So you despising the prophets, you despising the Most High. That's why Yahushua said, he that despiseth you despiseth me, and he that despiseth me despiseth him that sent me. So it's not us that you hate. You ultimately hate the Lord because we bringing his word out. So it says, because I have called and you refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. So when Jake start going through it, that's when Jake gonna want to seek the Lord, man. The Lord said he's gonna mock at your calamity. How is the Lord gonna mock through his prophets? That's why it says in Isaiah 65, my servants shall eat, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. You know, my servants shall sing and rejoice of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart. So the word of the Lord is gonna be what preserves us, you know. And Jake that don't have that covering, they're gonna be left out there, you know, to get wiped out, you know, by famines, you know, by the chaos, you know, marauders, you know, cannibalism, pestilence, the sword, World War III getting blown up, the whole neighborhood's blown up, you know. These are the things 2/3 is gonna have to suffer from, man, you know. Because right now, we're liking into the time of the angel of death passing over Egypt, where the ones that have the blood on their doorposts, you know, well, back then, all Israel took heed. Well, right now, all Israel is not taking heed. 2/3 is not going to make it, you know, out of America, man. Like all Israel made it out of Egypt. So 2/3 that don't take heed, they don't have that blood on their doorposts, so they're going to suffer the same death as the Egyptians, man. The death of the uncircumcised. You know, dying like the rest of the heathens, man. That's why the scriptures say you're gonna know the Lord after death by pain. So you're gonna learn eventually, but you're gonna have to die. You see? It says, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. So you despise the reproof of the Lord ain't gonna fuck with you, man. You know? Imagine, you know somebody and you only call them when you need something. Nobody want to, focus somebody like that, man. You know, a nigga that only call you when he needs some money. He don't check on you all year, but when he's in the gym, that's the only time he want to fuck with you, man. So the Most High is gonna keep the same energy that you kept with them. It says, therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. So, hey, you reap what you sow. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. So your own, your own works is gonna destroy you. You're gonna destroy yourself. It's suicide. Your own turning away shall slay you, and your prosperity is gonna destroy you, man. So from there, let's go to the Apocrypha. What is it? Matter of fact, I think that was in the same chapter. This is Second Ezra chapter 5, verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. Yes, so confusion. People ain't gonna know, what the fuck is going on, because they're gonna get caught as a thief of the night. You see? That's why scriptures say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. You know? It's like an anchor. Scriptures refer to this faith as an anchor to our soul. You see? It's what keeps us grounded. Well, these people, they're not going to be grounded. They're not going to be level headed when all hell breaks loose. They're going to panic, man. And when you panic, you make life changing decisions, man. You know? Life ending decisions, man. You see? So they're going to panic and just, line up for more shots. And eventually the MOTB, the CBDC implant, man. And there you go. You sealed yourself for judgment, man. You see? So it says, and the fire shall be oft sent out again. So yeah, World War III, bombs being dropped, chaos, civil unrest, civil war, buildings burning. It says, and wild beasts shall change their places. Yeah, lockdowns, just like we seen in 2020. You seen all over the world, different animals start coming into the cities, and it looked peaceful. You see, it says, menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. You see, so monsters, deformed children. You see, it says, and salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and old friends shall destroy one another. Yeah, so salt water shall be found in the sweet. Don't be surprised if, the Most High, he could do that, man. As a plague, just like he turned the rivers of Egypt to blood, the Lord could have it to where, you might have a lake, close by you, or a river, where you like, oh, ain't no water coming out the faucet. I'm gonna go there, drink water. The Lord could turn that water to salty, and so if you drink salt water, you die. It dehydrates you. You see. And then so you look at it spiritually too. The sweet waters is this word. You see, so the Lord is gonna make it unavailable, man. You know, and all the different things that you have access to in the society, the different doctrines, the church, and all of that shit, man. People gonna be bitter, man. Like it says in Isaiah 24, strong drink shall be bitter to those that drink it. The new wine languisheth, ain't no more sweet wine. You know, because your different religious leaders, they ain't gonna have an answer for you, man. When that time comes, it says, "And all friends shall destroy one another." Yeah, so scriptures say, "Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." You see, so people that are friends, that have friendships, brothers, sisters, fathers, and children, they're gonna turn against each other, man, for the lack of bread and for great tribulation. It says, um, and it says, then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber. So wit is wisdom. So wisdom is going to hide itself, and understanding is going to withdraw itself into a secret chamber. The secret chamber is this truth, because Christians have the Bible, but they don't have this truth. You see, we're the ones bringing the true understanding out of the scriptures, man. So wisdom is going to hide itself within the elect. You see? And understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber. So now the seals, the seals are open right now for us to all see. And the Lord is using the internet, the unicorn, for this word to be pushed throughout the four corners of the earth. But now the Lord is going to cut off access for you to see that. You see? for you to see those unloose seals, man. You know, the internet is like the gate, you know, the medium the Lord uses to for you to have access to His word. You see, through His men. So once the Lord take us off the highways and take us off the internet, it's over. It says, "It shall be sought of many and yet not be found." Just like it says in Amos 8 and 11, they're gonna go from sea to sea and from the north to the east and seek the word of the Lord, and they ain't gonna find it, man. So it's gonna be sought of many. You know, a lot of jakes that knew this truth, you know, that wasn't really taking it serious, you know, they're gonna try to run to it, but they ain't gonna find it, man. It says, "Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon the earth." There you go. So, matter of fact, let me bring one more out. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 26. It says, "And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house." So the Lord is going to cause us not to speak anymore, you see, because, you know, it's going to be detrimental to us too, you know, for us to say certain words where different people, you know, around us, if you speak certain things, they're going to report you, you know, for you know, for money. You know, they're gonna have different rewards for people that report so-called extremists and people that say anything that goes against the narrative. Somebody that don't believe in climate change, report them. Somebody that don't want to wear a mask and things of that nature. So we're gonna have to be, like the scriptures say, wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So we ain't just gonna be giving the word for free to Jake, you know, to have access to. You know, Jake, you told the truth that you knew in the world, you know, trying to come up and find out. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what an Israelite is, you know. So, hey, man, the Lord is gonna take His men off the highways. Let's see. What is it? Matthew 24. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." So this gospel is being preached right now all throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, and just like the time of Noah, the Lord is going to cut off His word, you know? Just like when He hid Noah in the ark and it started to rain, it's going to be the same thing. Once the Lord take us off the internet, it's going to be more, the prophecies is going to just keep intensifying, man. You see? Even when we're not out there prophesying and they take us off the streets, you know, the prophecies ain't going to stop, you know? And we still going to prophesy, man, when brothers, you know, get locked up, you know? The scriptures say we're going to be brought before judges and kings for testimony, you know, for the testimony of Yahweh Shah. You see? So we still going to be prophesying, man. So, hey, man, we can't, you know, divert from Yahweh Shema Shah's word, man. You know? The word of the Lord is straightforward. It's not going to stop, man. It's stronger than streams of water, man. It's quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. You see? So yeah, that's pretty much it on this lesson, man. You know, I hope you were edifying. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim El Shah, Bashim Hakodash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS that give us His truth and all His purity. And salutations to all you occupants in this word throughout the four corners of the earth, in sincerity and the truth.